You know what, we're gonna scrap this and we're gonna come back and just redo it. I'm going to go with a gable here as sort of my base. And then here, going to grab this, bring it back to one tile, hold shift to pull this eave in. I will have to drop it down a little bit to get it to match up, but it'll be okay. There we go. Okay, and then the same thing on the back. So grab this same roof piece that has the back eave tucked in, and bring it back so that the green box sort of matches up with my main gable. Match this piece up, which doesn't have the eaves on the side, and then you don't get the weird like eave overlap thing. On the front here, I think I am actually going to go with a half hipped roof piece. You had a half gable here initially, but I think that the half hipped roof piece would look pretty good as well. I kind of like how the slope comes down on either side. And then this piece over here is going to be a little bit tricky. I feel like the easiest thing to do would be a half gable. I don't know if we want to do that or not though. Yeah, that's like giving the illusion of the window not being centered. Well, maybe we could do, because you don't have anything too funky going on in here, we could potentially rotate this and then have it half in, half out, but it's not actually going to clip inside, it's not going to interfere with anything. And then what that will do, it'll give us a nice little corner right here. It'll mimic the shape of the deck roof over there. Yeah, I think I like that. Alright, so let's do that. And then we do also have to roof back here. I'm just going to copy the same roof piece to start with right here. And then this should be as simple as copying and rotating and placing the piece over here and making sure it lines up. I'll take another look inside. Yep, not clipping in. So that'll just give us a nice clean corner there. It's not very exciting, but it's the back of the build and it should look all right. And I should also just be able to do that same thing over on this side. I'll extend this roof piece over a bit so that it sort of connects. Make sure it's not clipping in. It is not. Huzzah! The other option would be to do most of the same thing, except replace this piece with a half gable instead, which isn't, it's not showing me the turning animation, so I don't know which direction it's facing. There we go, bring this back. So you could replace that piece with that instead, which would square off the edge. Overall, this build is pretty low contrast, and it looks good low contrast, so I am going to switch the shingles out, just because I always do, but I'm going to stick with the lighter gray. I think that that could still work for you over here. Oh, whoops, I missed a piece. I am so sorry. I also need to take a half gable over here, so that that corner doesn't look too funny. There we go. Nice smooth corner. Yay! I feel like it looks a lot more traditional now, kind of cottagey. What do you think? So I made the roof shape slightly more traditional with the hipped roof pieces and sort of sloping down instead of the boxy edges, except up top where I did add a squared off edge by doing a gable. Got rid of this gable to sort of clean up the front, and I would still recommend moving the windows toward the center just from like a curb appeal standpoint,